guys have heard of this new super flu that's out. Now there's a new variant, but have you heard of the International Treaty on Pandemic Prevention? So there's this new treaty that's been signed. I believe they started talking about it in 2023. Not quite sure, but there is a treaty so that when there's a next pandemic, they speak about disease X. Like this is a hypothetical disease that they spoke about years back. And there's this new disease that may come. So this treaty has been signed that way. When the pandemic comes, this is a treaty that is known to take away like rights. If they figure that you need a vaccine, you may be actually mandatory. It may be mandatory for you to take the vaccine. And it's whole treaty. So definitely look that up. But this new super flu that's going around, I don't know if there's any ties to this, but there's this book. Okay, I mentioned it before. The True Name of God and the Hidden Agenda. You have to take a look at this book because it mentions the treaty. And this book came out like a year or two ago. But it mentions the treaty and the disease X, and then just all the things that go along with that and how they are really trying to take away our rights. Not sure if this has any ties to it or if this is the hypothetical disease X treaty that they've spoke about. Definitely look that up, disease X and the International Treaty of Pandemic Prevention. And just let me know in the comments if you think this has any ties. But take a look at this video and just tell me what you think. And this book is in the bio. Actually, I may have it actually be in the description as well. So click the link, get the book. There's even an audio book. And yeah, and just let me know what you think. All right, I'll see you next one. Stay tuned to watch these videos. I'll be back.
Well, flu cases in the U.S. are now at their highest levels on record. That's going back to the late 90s. As this new super variant continues to spread across the country, the CDC has already reported more than 11 million cases so far this season. So here's what it looks like in Minnesota. Hospitalizations have surged to more than 1,900 so far this season. And we're seeing significant increases in schools and long-term care facilities here as well, especially compared to last year, with 176 outbreaks in schools, 31 at those long-term care facilities. Fox's Asher Red tracking these trends for us, joining us live now from the CDC headquarters in Atlanta. So, Asher, the agency says it sounds like things got a lot worse during the Christmas holiday.
Well, Amy, right now, 30 states are in the CDC's top tier for the flu virus. Now, and the agency says that flu cases increased by 33% during Christmas week between December 20th and December 27th. Now, states in the Northeast, the South, and the Midwest are reporting very high flu activity. But so far this season, the CDC has reported about 11 million flu cases so far. The flu has put about 120,000 people in the hospital, and it's already killed about 5,000 people. Doctors say many of these cases are linked to a highly contagious flu strain called subclade K.
The body, when it encounters the flu or a different virus, builds up some amount of immunity. What's unique about this season's flu is that it is very different from different flus that we've seen previously. So immunity that people might have from previous infections or from previous vaccines is not as helpful.
Even as cases and hospitalizations are surging, the CDC says the number of people who have gotten a flu shot this year is pretty much the same as previous years. According to the most recent data released before mid-December, health officials say about 40% of Americans had gotten a flu shot. But this year's flu vaccine won't completely protect people against that new variant they're calling subclade K.
They include multiple strains of flu in the vaccine. So they try to predict, based on what's happened before, what's more likely to cause the most severe flu outbreaks in the following year and get that into the vaccine. It doesn't seem to be providing as much protection for typical flu symptoms as we would like to see.
And doctors expect the flu to keep spreading in the near weeks, and they also are warning people that this year's peak may still have not been reached yet. Amy?
And Esther, we're seeing a big impact here in our schools. Are a lot of these cases among sort of younger people, kids?
Well, the CDC says about a third of the flu-related outpatient visits were of people younger than 24 years old, and about 20% of those were kids under the age of 5.
Wow. All right. Asher read for us in Atlanta tonight. Thank you.
The draft resolution contained in document A78/10 addendum 1 is therefore approved by 124 votes to 0 with 11 abstentions.
Let me know what you think. Does this have any ties to the super flu, or what do you think about the treaty and this whole thing? Like, just let me know. Drop a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, I'll see you in the next one.